Okay, 3 chickens in there.
Hackett's people are nice enough. They're really underfoot. Keeping the refugees here is just temporary, right?
Alright, let's go ahead and swap out my crew. Squad. Trouble. Sentinel. Dead up. And the game crashed. Well, hopefully that's not a permanent thing, or I may just have to play everything up to this point again. Okay, I just tried it again and the game crashed. So I will just repeat everything I've done, and I will see you back when I've caught back up. Welcome back to Tran Wins Wasteland 3. Alright, so I did some experimenting and I figured out how to add 8 custom rangers to your party at any one time. And that's because of the crash that happened earlier. So let's go ahead and explain how this works. First, we're going to unload a far earlier save to where we first arrived at Ranger HQ. So you can do this at any time. So then I came to the conclusion that the game was not actually removing your party members, and so when you passed the arbitrary 8 character limit, the game was crashing. So let me show you. So the game just did an autosave right now. We're going to go to Manage Squad, and I've got 4 Rangers right now. Let's go ahead and remove 2. So right now you see that there's only 2 Rangers, but the game actually hasn't removed them until you hit ready. So the game in memory has 4 Rangers. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and add 2 more Rangers. We're going to add Butterfly and Crash. We're going to go ahead and remove Axel and Banshee. So I've removed a total of 4 Rangers, 4 different Rangers, and I've got 2 Rangers right here. Now I'm going to go ahead and add 2 more Rangers. I'm going to add Danny Smiles and Devlin. Now I'm just going to wait for the autosave. So if I add another Ranger at this time, I'll actually have 9 Rangers in memory and the game will crash. Now, I don't actually have to make it crash, but I'm just going to go ahead and make it crash anyways, just to show you that this is why the game was crashing. So because I was trying so hard to figure out why the game was breaking, I figured out how to exploit the game. Now, that being said, I'm probably not going to exploit the game, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But I just wanted to show it off, that you can make 8 custom Rangers. Because right now, these are pre-generated Rangers, but they're not companions. I could make 8 custom Rangers, which is what I showcased at the beginning of this episode when I had 8 clowns. So that sounds really cool. Now, the reason why I'm thinking that I might want to do it is because I think it'd be an interesting game play to watch, because that'd be a unique run-through that no one else is going to do. My only problem is it kind of negates the point of a Supreme Jerk playthrough. So, I don't know. Is it more important for me to have a playthrough that is unique, that is not going to be like anybody else's playthrough? Or is it more important that I have the hardest difficulty playthrough? I'm not sure. I haven't quite decided yet at this point. I'm thinking it's more important that I have a unique playthrough and just have like 8 custom Rangers, but I don't know. Now, when adding Rangers, it doesn't seem to matter at this current time, the current version, whatever it is, that you've deleted them or not. It just has trouble re-adding them to the active squad. Like when you go to the roster, it doesn't always show you your Rangers, even if I haven't deleted anybody. So I don't know what the problem is. It just doesn't always show the Rangers. So that might be an issue for you to try to remove 4 Rangers. You're going to have to remember which 4 Rangers you've removed. So, for example, if I removed, I forget the first name, like Axel, and then I add Axel, and then I remove him again, he doesn't count as 2 different Rangers. So it's not as easy right in this current version to do this. Now, that being said, I'm sure that at some point it'll eventually be patched out. I'd like to think I'm the first person to discover this, because almost nobody's probably as obsessive about figuring out game mechanics as I am. But the real reason I wanted to figure out these game mechanics was I was worried that I was going to get stuck in the game and I didn't want to start over every time something bad happened. I wanted to figure out like what exactly is going on here and can I avoid that as a problem. So that's why I started trying to create characters and stuff, and that's how I accidentally ran into this as a solution. But when the game autosaved right before one of my crashes and then I loaded that autosave, I was like, that's more rangers that I'm supposed to have. And that's what led me to the conclusion that the game crashes when you add 9 rangers. But not 8. Now that being said, when you have more than 6 rangers, if you ever go to the manage squad screen, you'll be stuck. If you cannot remove their 7th and 8th rangers, you will be stuck. So don't hit the manage squad screen button while you're like wandering downtown Colorado Springs. I'm also going to say that I've actually played 40 hours of Wasteland 3, and I have still not even left Colorado Springs. For some time there, I was trying to figure out why I kept crashing. And so I thought, okay, maybe it's because I initially thought it was because I was deleting characters and then making new ones. No, that just makes it harder to re-add them because it for some reason doesn't show all the characters, but that had nothing to do with the crash. So then I figured, then the game crashed later when I was, instead of adding old characters in, I was creating new characters, and when I created another new character, it crashed. This is what gave me the knowledge of how to fix this error. When I was creating characters, it was taking me a while, and every now and then the game would just autosave. As you might see in episode 1, it would just kept autosaving while I'm creating characters. And it's saving as I'm going until it crashes. So I'm still able to use the most recent save up until the game crashed. And what I noticed is that I had 8 rangers in the team at this one time. I was like, wait, that's weird. That's very weird. So once it autosaves, what you should do is just hit ready and then load the autosave. In this case, I'm going to go ahead and crash the game on purpose just to show you that once the 9th ranger is added, the game will crash. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to go ahead and add another ranger. Go ahead and add Marshal Kwan. And now the game's crashing. We're going to go ahead and load the most recent autosave that just happened. You can see I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rangers. And this is still the beginning of the game, as you can tell by the vehicle being out here.
Greetings, Rangers.
This is the very beginning of the game. You can do this any time. You can even manage a squad before you walk inside and turn off the alarm. So I've got 8 rangers here, and the game works fine. Now, that being said, if you try to recruit a ranger, such as you talk to Lucia Wesson and say like, yes, you can come along, the game will crash. So you're only limited to 8. You cannot have more than that. Now, there's no hotkey for 7 and 8, but I can select 6, 5, 6, 1. So there's no hotkey for 7 and 8 rangers. But yeah, I can now have an entire group of custom rangers if I was so inclined. That's pretty cool. I like that idea a lot. I don't know if I'll do it because I don't. If I did it, again, it wouldn't be because like I'm having a tough time with ranger difficulty or I'm trying to cheat the game. Although this is definitely not intended. If I did it, and I'm kind of leaning towards it, if I did it, it's because I want to have a unique playthrough. But right now, we'll leave it alone. So let's go ahead and go back to the regular gameplay. Alright, so this is my current team. We've got John Wick, Baba Yaga, as Baba Yaga, our team commander. Even if it's not like min-maxed as quirks and backgrounds, I wanted to pick things that might work for these characters. So he's going to be our team leader. He uses a pistol, and he gets serial killer, so when he kills someone he moves faster and his bullets can penetrate more than usual. This is our support character. This is Taylor Swift. We codename Allison. She is our she's not a combatant like the other characters, so she's basically our celebrity unit. Here we've got Wolverine. I don't actually want a melee unit, but in this case, this is what I ended up with as my character. I'll explain how that happened in a minute. So he's got more armor because of his adamantium skeleton and more melee damage. And then finally we have Mockingjay. That's Katniss. Now, I couldn't think of. I don't actually know any of these characters aside. I only know Wolverine and John Wick. I don't know anything about Taylor Swift or Katniss. I'm not even sure I'm saying that right. Not read the stories or anything. All I did was I looked up. I went into a search engine and typed in nicest celebrities, and these people came up. So I was like, okay, I will make characters patterned off of these. So this is my sniper, because I guess she's an archer. They all wear black in the portrait that I found for them. They all wear black. So in their profile or their avatar, paper doll, whatever, their avatars characters are all wearing black as their icon. So yeah, those are going to be my 4 heroes. Each one, I don't know if I'm diversifying them too much, but he's an animal whisperer with first aid and leadership. His ability is mainly in putting together guns. For our Taylor Swift celebrity singer, she's basically like survivalist and talking nice and nerd stuff. For our Wolverine character, he used to be in army, so he's got explosives and weird science. Because of his fisticuffs nature, he's brawling, and because of his ability to take damage, he's going to be an armor mod. Of course, he's definitely got to have hard ass. As for Mockingjay, because this is our stealth character, again, I don't actually know anything about the character. I really don't. But I still need to make them rangers. So maybe this is nothing like her, but I needed a ranger that handled lockpicking and stuff. So she is our sneaky character with massive luck. So that plays well in the ability of sniping, so that she can get all this critical damage going on. Then with that high luck and toaster repair, she can loot stuff and get more items for me. So that's our team setup right there. These characters are just whatever. I went ahead and added 1 point the sneaky shit for Marshall Kwan so that he could do the 4th level tripwire in the Lux apartments. And I haven't decided what to do with Lucia Wesson yet, if anything. So yeah, these skills I may have spread them out too thin on stuff, but I just thought it'd be nice to do something a little different than min-maxing all the time. Let's go ahead and go talk to Irv. I went ahead and replayed back up to the point several times, actually. This is probably like my 3rd or 4th playthrough up to this point. That's why I've logged 40 hours, because I was trying to figure out more about the game and experiment more with the squad selection stuff. So Irv's over here.
Hi, Rangers. Thanks again for letting me work for you. This is so exciting.
Glad to have you. Are you enjoying the work?
I am so happy. I'm learning so much. All my life I wanted to be a scientist, but all I could do was read the books and dream. Now I can actually do things. It's incredible.
What do you think of Doc Barker?
He's wonderful. He's almost as smart as Dr. Finster, but without all the, evil.
What are you working on?
Scented guns.
Can you clone one of us?
Yes. Theoretically. I can have the machine take your genetic material and run the process, but no guarantee what comes out the other end. I did make a few tweaks to the process, though, so whatever it is, it probably won't be so angry. Probably.
We want to try anyway.
Okay, well, how exciting! But before we start, one tiny caveat. The process requires special genetic material, and I've only got enough for 1 clone, so if anything happens to our new friend, try to recover its remains so we can reuse them. Now, put your palm on the machine right here.
Placing your palm on the pad of Irv's machine, you feel a small pinprick. Irv shows you a pink, pulsating, pineapple-sized glob of goo, then tosses it into a hatch on the side of the machine. The machine whirs and rattles for a few minutes before a sound makes its way out, similar to air gurgling out of a pudding-filled balloon. The chamber shudders and the room rings with a wet, slapping noise. With an ear-ringing squelch, a highly pressurized jet of goo fires out of a crack in the chassis. The chamber shudders and the room rings with a wet, slapping noise. With an ear-ringing squelch, a highly pressurized jet of goo fires out of a crack in the chassis. The chamber shudders... What? Are we... Am I just, like, stuck in a perpetual loop now? Finally, the doors slide open and a gush of foul-smelling purple liquid pours out, followed by a gray-skinned, hairless, and mucus-covered clone.
Hey, this one can talk.
It always seems impossible until it's done.
Hi, Rangers. It's good to see you again. What can I do for you?
Can you clone one of us?
I need a little time to disinfect the accelerated maturation splicer coils. You know, we wouldn't want your clone to come out half staphylococcus, right?
What are you working on?
A fungible time squeezer.
Thanks, sir. So long.
Thank you, Rangers. You saved my life.
Irv looks up as you examine the cloning machine.
You want me to make another clone?
Not right now.
Okay.
You can do it!
What do you need, Rangers? I won't. I never do.
But yeah, that's the reason why during the editing and putting together the first 5 episodes of Wasteland that I didn't bother really explaining too much about our characters. Because by that point of me starting to edit all these, I already ran into that bug and I hadn't quite figured out what was going on with the bug yet. Until just recently, maybe like a couple days ago. That also reminds me, the game does not generate Poindexter characters correctly. When you create one, you should definitely have your Poindexter characters created at the beginning of the game, because it will level up your Poindexter characters correctly. So let's say that I create a Ranger right now. When I create a Ranger, he'll be level 6. If I give him the Poindexter ability, he won't actually have any extra skill points from the first 6 levels. He should have 3 extra skill points, one for level 2, one for level 4, one for level 6, but he doesn't. So the game doesn't check that when you're generating a new Ranger, but it will check it when you're leveling them up. So if you do have a Poindexter character, they should be with you from the beginning of the game.
Rangers, this is Daisy. Sounds like you're at the Little Vegas, judging by all that noise in the background. Remember, your first order of business is to find Delgado. Maybe somebody in there has seen him. While you're at it, if you can prove that Brygo made a deal with the Dorseys, feel free to take that bastard down. Best of luck, Rangers. Daisy out.
Please, enjoy your time in our elegant establishment. Please, enjoy your time in our elegant establishment.
What? It bops so hard.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
Welcome to Little Vegas, friends. Care to play some blackjack? A small fee gets you a seat at the table and wins pay even money.
The small sign reads, "House rules, only 3 hits per hand." Do you run any other games?
Looking for one of those old Brygo classics, huh? He used to run 3-card money back in the real Vegas. I could run that. Easy rules. Put down a small bet and I lay down 3 cards. 2 are 10s, 1's a queen. Pick old Queenie, and I pay you even money.
Oh, thanks.
As you wish. This table's always hot. Come back anytime.
Fuck me!
But what's your problem, dude?
Fuck! Fuck! I'm so screwed! Like, totally.
You shouldn't do drugs.
Fuck! Fuck! Like,
What's the problem?
totally. I went upstairs to get my shit out of the safe, but Boulder and his mercs took my pants and kicked me out before I could get it. No fucking way I'm dealing with that asshole again. But I need that stash or I'm dead. Can you help me?
You're asking us to help you get drugs.
Not my drugs. Other people's. Well, mostly. I got deliveries to make. Rhino and Focus. 5 each.
Or are you dead without that stash?
I owe a lot of money. I don't sell this shit and they'll kill me.
I think we'll pass.
Oh, God. I'm gonna die.
Enjoy the party, but stay out of the rooms behind the bar.
Hey, you pallies. Try your hand at a game of luck and skill? Roulette's the name. Drop a bet on the table, I spin the doohickey, and you win big if the ball lands on your choice. Red or black pay even money, but 0 pays 10 to 1 if you've got the stones.
You run any other games?
Well, now, there's a game called High-Low that Mr. Brygo used to run back in Vegas. Couldn't be simpler. You wager either high or low, and I roll this here die. 1, 2, 3 is low, 4, 5, 6 is high. If you made the correct call, I pay you even money. Easy, huh? What do you say?
Not right now.
No stomach for it, eh? No problem. I'll be here after you grab another round of drinks.
Okay, so we'll have Mockingjay try to play. We've got about $1,000 right now, so let's see what happens. Let's go ahead and make a save.
Hiya, chums. Want to go for a spin on the roulette wheel? 0 pays 10 to 1. Red or black pay even money.
The croupier spins the wheel and drops the ball onto the edge. It hops, skips, and jumps before finally dropping to a numbered colored space.
Sorry, friendos. What do you say? Want to give her another spin? What do you say? Want to give her another spin? No stomach for it, eh? No problem.
Okay, well, I lost half my money. So I guess the luck stat doesn't do much. Let's try Blackjack. This is going to keep coming up from the previous game,
Pay to play a hand
or
of
whatever you want to call
blackjack,
it.
wins pay even money. Remember the house rule.
You pay careful attention to the cards played over several rounds. Then bet big when you know the odds are in your favor. Lo and behold, you make a tidy
Nice
profit.
run of luck there, friends. Play again?
Oh, I actually have to think about it. I can't just spam a key. I don't even know what I had. I wasn't really listening.
Well played, friends. Another hand? Okie dokie. Fast money it is. Let's see here. Ah, that's a tenner. Okay, let's see. Let's see here. Let's see here. Let's see here. Okay, let's see. Look at that. Let's see here. As you wish. This table's always hot. Come back anytime.
I think I made a little money, but that probably came from the bartering level 4. Let's try some of the other machines. So I got about 1088 right now. Let's see what else we can do. Oh wow, this is gonna take a while. I have no idea if I won or not. I think it said some text right there, but I wasn't actually watching. Bar, okay, it says right here. 7. I was looking at this. I was trying to read that bell. Wow, this is... You gotta run between these two machines if you want to play fast, I'm assuming. Loser. Winner.
Alright, buddies, you can enjoy your winnings with drink or a lay, but you ain't playing any more games with us. Brygo's orders. Take it easy, pals. Mr. Brygo says you're cut off. Take it easy, pals. Mr. Brygo says you're...
No more gambling for me.
I wish I could afford to drink like you.
The man greets you with a smile, but his eyes dart about, never staying focused on your faces. He has a collection of pins and medals strewn across his chest. We're not going to keep this save right now.
Ah, it's you, Red Hats. I was wondering when you'd come to see Charlie Nose. Faran Brygo's capo, leader of men, hero of the Battle of Two Buttes, savior of St. Elmo, and friend to everyone worth knowing. Welcome to Little Vegas.
Nice to meet you. Got any time to answer questions?
Sure thing, Red Hats. What can Charlie do for you?
Goodbye.
Until next time, Red Hats.
Uh-oh.
Having fun?
You're done playing in Little Vegas. You won enough already.
I hope I look cool enough for this place.
168! 168!
We always have a time in Little
Local 168!
Even if I go home with red hot balls, it's just like hell.
are you runts doing in here? This is a private party.
The man is huge, scarred, and smells like a distillery outhouse. He sways on his feet. Who are you?
None of your fucking business.
Oh, they're mercs. Happened to be in town when the Dorseys attacked, so we paid them to help us out. Nice to see him putting the Patriarch's money to good use.
What are you guys celebrating?
Defending Colorado Springs and beating those toothless shit-kicker Dorseys to a bloody paste.
He raises a whiskey bottle and turns to his friends.
Local 168! Let me hear you! Woo!
His friends howl and pound the tables. We're looking for a man named Delgado, a marshal.
Yeah? Well, you picked the wrong room. Ain't no Delgado here, and no marshals neither.
We need to get in that safe over there. A guy asked us to retrieve a package from it.
Ha! You mean shakes? You runts are running errands for a junkie? Get out of here. We're gonna sell that shit when we sell his pants.
So you mugged him for his pants and now you're gonna steal his drugs. What are you calling runts, you overgrown goiter? Porter smiles, eyes glinting.
Oh, so you've got some cojones. Well, if it's a fight you want, the local 168 are happy to oblige.
We don't fight, we kill, so don't start something if you don't want to end it in the graveyard.
Hey, now, hold on. We was looking for a throwdown, not a gun down. We don't get in killing fights, unless somebody's paying. What was it you wanted again? Maybe we can help you out.
What is the local 168?
Used to be a union. Scrap Miners Local number 168. Organized when we was working the yard in Steeltown. Pay was shit, conditions were brutal, hours were criminal. So we unionized. Smart, right? Not so much. Boss Markham sacked us and hired a bunch of refugees to take our jobs. So we had to find a new way to make coin. Decided we could use our muscles for fighting just as well as mining, and reformed as a mercenary company. Local 168. Best there is, if you can afford union rates.
Boulder's crew roars their approval. We're looking for a marshal named Delgado.
Yeah, we saw him. That Charlie Nose fella? Dragged him into the back rooms behind the bar.
We want to get in that safe.
Then do it and get out. Just be quick about it.
Alright, we're done with you.
Good. We got drinking to do.
168! 168! Local 168, booyah! Local 168, booyah! Hell yeah! 168! Hey, I'm drinking here!
Local 168 paid for the time, not you. Piss off!
What do you want now? This party is only for the local 168.
Alright, we're done with you.
Good. We got drinking to do.
You want something? Talk to Boulder. Local 168, booyah!
Alright, we gotta level up out of that, so let's take a look at this. Okay, let's see here. So this is my sniper. I guess I could give her... Well, if I give her at least one coordination, she can move and shoot. I mean, she'll move one space. So we'll give her one coordination and start building up her awareness afterwards, I think. Maybe strength, too? Yeah, we'll give her 1 point of strength, and then we'll start pumping up that awareness. I don't think there's any points I need to spend right now.
168! 168!
I wonder if 10 is working today.
The Little Vegas brothel, friends.
This man's face is a crosshatch of scars. He puts on a professional smile as you approach.
Oh, hey, Quan. Looking for a good time, I assume?
Sorry, Ken. Me and my friends are here on business today. Rangers, meet Kendall, Colorado Springs' finest purveyor of sins of the flesh.
Kendall?
That's my name, yes. Excuse me a moment.
He turns away, heart-faced, and one of his girls leans in.
You really shouldn't ask him about that.
He had a misunderstanding with Mr. Brygo, and they cut off his junk. Smooth like a Ken doll. Get it? Makes him a great pimp, though.
Goodbye.
Yeah, okay. Bye.
Want to sit with me? Oh, Quan! It's you!
This is the most beautiful woman you've ever met. She puts a hand to her chest the moment she sees Quan.
Hi, Ten. Good to see you.
I'm so happy you're back. I've missed you so much. Can you stay?
Yeah, I'm kind of on duty. Maybe some other time. Yeah, unless you all want to take a break for a while.
You two seem to be old friends.
Friends? I hope we are.
Of course we are, Quan. You are my dearest friend. My island of peace.
I still have to pay you, though. How real a friendship is that?
It's as real as it can be. More real than it should be.
You say that, but do you mean it?
Let me prove it to you.
No time for that now. Come back on your own time.
Sure. Of course. Sorry, Tan. I guess I gotta go.
Come back soon, Quan. I miss you.
When I'm finished with you, you'll be bound to please.
Big mirror. Can you blame her? Playground equipment for naughty boys and girls. With the best luck person to loot that.
What a mess you are. Totally untrained. Stand there and don't move, kitten. I'm inspecting you.
The leather-clad woman crosses her legs and leans forward, her riding crop balanced on her knee.
You'll do. It costs money for my attention, pet. Pay, and I'll show you the joys of knowing your place.
No thanks.
Then you are dismissed.
Take a picture. It'll last longer. Hey, good looking. Ditch those zeros and get with this hero.
From his pinky ring to his gold neck chain to his skin-tight polyester pants, everything about this guy says he knows he can have whoever he wants, and he wants you.
Cash up front. I may be easy, but I ain't cheap.
No thanks.
You'll be back.
You want to see my scepter? I was just warming up. Give me a second, I'll be right with you.
At the sight of you, the giant, shirtless, remarkably hirsute specimen of a man sets down his weights. He makes no secret of his interest, and he couldn't if he tried. The evidence bulges far too visibly.
Costs money to play with the king. What do you say?
No thanks.
Ah, and the king really needed a workout, too.
Time to get pumped, bro.
You want to see my scepter?
Hail to the king, baby. Time to get sweaty. You ready? Let's do this. Bicep curls. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on, get it. 7, 8, 9, 10. Ha! Feel the burn. Shoulder press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know you love it. 9, 10. On your back. Yeah. Bench press. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10. Who's the king? You are. 20 squats. Yeah. Bust them glutes. 5, 6, 7, 8. Just what the ladies ordered. 12, 13, 14, 15 buns of steel. 19, 20. Love yourself, baby. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Let's plank.
Oh, sweetie, everyone has nerves their first time. Let's try again. Slowly this time.
No, I know how to do it. I just don't feel like it right now. Hey, who the hell are you guys?
Sorry to burst in, didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, well, I was just leaving. Thanks, Ace. I guess.
Okay, Bye?
Bite me! I'm out of here.
Come back anytime, Benji. School's always in session.
The woman on the bed turns to you.
I know you like what you're looking at.
This woman wears her age like a gift. Her red rose smile is conspiratorial, like something intended just for you. She uncrosses and recrosses her legs, drawing your attention south.
And for a small fee, I'll show you things you had no idea you wanted.
Her expression is hungry, full of confident expectation. No thanks.
That's a shame. I've got a lot I could teach you.
Professional takes advantage of every angle.
Gracious. Do people actually want to... Disgusting.
Oh, hi. Aren't you a sexy little thing? This is my first time. So, how do we do this? Do I just... Oh! Whoa, okay. Take it off? On my knees? Okay. Oh God.
Alright. This is where the magic happens. Vehicle part unlocked, disco bot ornament. I like that, we'll save. Don't know if it's random or not. A goat leisurely paces this well-decorated room. It appears even-tempered and attractively rounded. As your eyes meet, it trots up to you, a playful spring in its step. The goat is wearing a bucket around its neck. Someone has stenciled, Joker, $10, onto the side of the pail. Retreat hastily.
Thought you couldn't work tonight, Darlene.
That's fine. I got a sitter.
Not your ex, I hope. He'll drink all your liquor and sell the kid to the scar collectors.
Haha. A little Tammy from next door. She'll still drink all my liquor, but Zach will be safe.
Just leave me alone.
No more gambling for me. I learned my lesson.
Drink. What do I need a drink with all that coin you're throwing around?
Did you know that I know the DJ from way back?
Base. How low can you go? This discobot, a modified Octotron equipped with speakers and lights, pumps out rockin' tune.
Present request, party humans.
No request right now.
These stairs lead to Mr. Brygo's lounge. He said I should let you guys through, but don't even think about messing with that computer behind me. I got one job, and that's guarding that computer. And if you was to mess with it, well, that would be a very bad day for you, my friend. A very bad day.
What's so special about that computer?
That is the computer that controls the ventilation system. And I have to guard it because it's broken, and there could be real trouble if anybody said it wrong.
Kind of trouble.
Big trouble. If you set the fan to off and the heat to max, which isn't supposed to be possible, but right now it is, the furnace could catch fire and burn the whole place down. So I'm not leaving my post for anything. Well, maybe if a fight broke out I would, but nobody would be stupid enough to start a fight in Mr. Brygo's place, would they? You're not gonna say I said any of this, are you? well go on. I told you Mr. Brygo gave me instructions to let you Rangers through.
Yeah, well, that didn't do anything.
Ugh, so gaudy. So ostentatious.
I don't know
Do you
what the
have 11
bosses think of
protons?
running a straight
'Cause you're
joint.
so damn
He's leaving money
fun.
on the table.
Marshals would shut us down if we fixed the games.
Not with a kickback, they wouldn't. They ain't never said no to a piece of the action.
I don't know then. He must have his reasons.
I guess so.
Ranger!
You be the good cop.
Welcome
Because
to
I
my
love being bad.
This portrait is from 30 years ago, but Mr. Brygo looks exactly the same.
I'm gonna hog tie you and make you squeal like a pig, boy.
Ah, Rangers, what a pleasure. I heard you were in town. It must be, what, 20 years since we crossed paths? Not that any of you would remember that, of course. You were probably just kids when Vargas and Angela Death and the rest helped me save Vegas. And I hear we have you to thank for Cassidy's fine clothiers being back in business. My capos and I thank you. If not for Cassidy's, we'd have to settle for second-rate suits from the bazaar. But I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm Faran Brygo. Welcome to Little Vegas. My recreation of the glories of the town we lost. Perfect, isn't it?
You know Angela Death and General Vargas?
You haven't heard the story? Hey, I'll never forget it. 20 years ago, Vegas was being overrun by robots. A nightmare. Then Angie and Snake and their squad showed up, guns a-blazing, and saved the day. Heroes, every one of them. Helped me consolidate control of the city, too. Of course, 15 years later, the robots came back and destroyed everything. But you know all about that. They attacked you, too. Anyway, that shared history makes me happy you're here. I hope you'll enjoy your stay.
Is this nightclub legal?
You think the Patriarch would let an illegal business operate right on his doorstep?
Yes.
Everything I do is approved and on the level. I'm even a member of the Chamber of Commerce. But enough about me. How are things with the Rangers? Is General Vargas still in charge? I'd love to give him my regards. We owe him and his team a lot.
General Woodson's in charge now. Vargas and most of his team are long gone.
Is that so? Way to make a man feel old. But I'm sorry to hear Vargas is gone. He was a great man, ready to do anything to help the people he'd sworn to protect. Thank you for telling me. I'll raise a glass in his honor tonight. Now, what can I do for you?
What's that painting behind you?
Ah, yes. Had that painted for my office back in Vegas. Before the robots came. Not a bad likeness, eh?
That painting was commissioned before the robots came? That's 20 years ago. How is it you don't look a day older?
Thank you, Rangers. That's very flattering. But really, it's not so much that I haven't aged, but more that the cares and woes of running Vegas back then made me old before my time. Since I've come to Colorado, I feel 20 years younger.
Why did you move to Colorado?
Like I said, 15 years after the Rangers saved us, the robots came back. Deadlier than before. We held out as long as we could. But without help from the Rangers, the end was inevitable. As to why we came to Colorado? Well, we heard some rumors of the good work the Patriarch was doing out here. Creating a stable, prosperous society. That's exactly the kind of environment a business like mine needs to flourish. So we packed up our roulette tables and hit the road.
Tell me about Little Vegas.
I know any attempt to recapture the past is doomed to failure. But I had to try. It's not quite Vegas, but it's close. And since I can't go back, this will have to do, won't it?
Yep.
And besides, the customers don't know it's a pale imitation. To them, this is paradise. All of Sin City behind one door.
We're helping the marshals with an investigation. Can you answer some questions?
Certainly. Ask away.
You're a connected guy. Do you know anything about who let the Dorseys into the city?
What? I don't want those kind of connections. Murder in the streets is bad for business. If I were you, I'd be looking for someone with a grudge against a patriarch. Not exactly a short list, I know, but...
We have good information that Delgado's being held in your back rooms.
Good information, you say? That's better information than I have then. Nobody told me nothing. But I'm sorry. I can't let you go back there. My property, my rules. And if you try it without my permission, my capos will defend my property by all means necessary. Understand me?
That's all for now. Let's talk about something else.
What a shame. Nothing I like more than a good grilling. What else can I do for you?
Goodbye.
Good luck.
Ah,
Tell us about the Battle of Two Buttes.
A tactical masterstroke by yours truly. Imagine 2 round buttes with a narrow gorge between them. Got that picture in your mind? We lured our enemies into the gorge, then squeezed them from both sides, crushing them between the buttes. A real shitstorm, that's what it was.
I'm quite sure there was never a battle of 2 buttes, Mr. Nose. Sounds like a story you concocted while sitting in the outhouse.
Oh, you wouldn't say that if you'd been there. I'll never forget the groans, the plops of the fallen, the terrible smell.
What's St. Elmo?
Not surprised you haven't heard of it. St. Elmo was lost to a fire years ago, sadly. But it was a thriving town before then. Thanks to old Charlie, yep.
Don't listen to a word old Charlie says, Rangers. He's the biggest bullshitter in Colorado Springs.
Says the biggest bullshitter in Colorado Springs.
You got a lot of titles, huh?
All those and more. I have plenty to tell you, Red Hats. All you need is working ears and an open heart. Charlie is a friend to all, and all know Charlie. So what can Charlie do for you?
What's your job around here?
I'm the floor boss. I make sure our guests are happy and entertained, and that they don't wander into the back rooms.
Can you let us into the back rooms?
I can? Did you mean, will you let us through? In that case, no. Jokes aside, Mr. Brygo doesn't let anyone into the back without his explicit say-so. And we take Mr. Brygo's instructions very seriously. If you want to go back there, talk to him, not me.
We met a guy named Kendall. What's with that name?
You like it? He used to be a real lady killer. Then he made the unwise decision to double-cross Mr. Brygo. So the boys took him into the back room. Had him in there for weeks, poor bastard. You could hear his screams clear across town. He came back with a face that wasn't so pretty anymore. And without Master John Goodfellow. Kendall! Get it?
What a revolting story.
Yeah, he didn't like it much either. Especially the ending.
What can you tell us about Little Vegas?
Ah, Mr. Brygo's pride and joy. Our pride and joy. He founded this club after coming here from Vegas. Apparently, it emulates the style of Sin City, but I never saw that place myself. You want to talk to the man in charge? You'll find Mr. Brygo upstairs.
Why do you call us Red Hats?
Why wouldn't I? Isn't that who you are, with your hat so red? Oh well, can't help you if you're confused.
What's all the badges you're wearing?
You see this silver ram medal? You like it? It's my favorite badge. The patriarch himself gave it to me. Yes, sir, for saving his eldest son. Man, you should have seen the size of that snake.
Can you tell us about another badge?
See this one with the skull? Sheriff Daisy gave it to me for dealing with a corrupt marshal. She was a beast, let me tell you. Must have had some kind of mutation. 8 foot tall with fists like bricks. But I gave her the old razzle-dazzle, took her down.
Razzle-dazzle? Is that what you call falling while running away from her and tripping her with your quivering ass?
That worked, didn't it? She fell face first into a fire plug. Knocked her cold.
You know you took Delgado into the back rooms. You need to get in there.
Well, ain't you a clever seed of red hats? But let's not be rash here, yeah? The only way you're getting past that door is through a hail of bullets. And no one wants that, right?
Oh, it is experience and loot.
Look, it wasn't Mr. Brygo who conspired with the Dorseys. He's not that stupid. But a little bird told me it was someone in our organization. I can give you a name. All you gotta do is prove this guy was acting on his own.
What's in this for you?
Way I see it, everybody wins. You get your culprit, and we don't get in trouble with the law. Once you clear Mr. Brygo's name, I'm sure he'll release Delgado.
That makes sense. Tell us where to find this guy.
Look for our man McTavish at the machine shop, near Pillory Square. I don't care what you do to him, but if you can come back and prove the rest of us weren't involved, I'm sure we can make a deal, yeah? Also, I didn't tell you this, Red Hats.
Remind us where we can find McTavish's machine shop.
Sure. First, head to Pillory Square. You know, where the marshals leave folks to freeze. Mac's place is southeast of the human popsicles. Usually has a paperboy shouting nearby. Find a way to prove Mr. Brygo wasn't mixed up in this Dorsey business, and we can make a deal. Yeah?
Goodbye.
Until next time, Red Hats.
Every kind of booze in the known world, so like 12 kinds. Basically, they got plenty of each.
I'm looking for someone to deploy down south.
Hey there. What do you need?
What can you tell us about this place?
This is the Little Vegas. A slice of paradise in a freezing shithole. Plenty of sins available for the picking. Just take a look around.
Got any juicy gossip to share?
Loose lips don't get you far in Mr. Brygo's organization. So, nope.
What's on tap?
All the best vices Colorado has to offer.
You stowed away on an Arapaho convoy?
Oh man, I love it. I love dancing in this place.
It was dirty and cramped, and I pitched through a hole in a truck.
Okay, if I can get a little more XP, I can get this barter business going on.
I've never had a real experience like that. I am so jealous.